everyone. Today we're going to make an artwork inspired by Romero Britto, a Brazilian artist who likes to combine different elements of cubism, pop art, and different kind of like graffiti in his painting using vibrant colors, and normally it's just from like a simple symbol shape that he wants to create. So today what we're going to do is we're going to make a cactus, since I'm inspired by this time of year when the cactus normally spring flowers and they look nice and beautiful out in Arizona and different places in the United States. We're going to start here with a pencil and paper and get going. All right, so we're going to start by drawing the flower pot first, the base of it, and then we're going to draw some cactus on the inside. So the base is going to consist of a little brim. So what we're going to do is try to go to the middle of your paper and then go a little bit lower. We're going to draw, it almost looks like a downward arch. It's not quite a straight line, and it goes all the way across your paper. It's kind of like a little arch, and it's downward and goes all across the paper. Then we're going to come straight down, and then we're going to follow this curve, coming across here, and then go straight down again. After that, we're going to then go ahead and draw this bottom part here. We're just going to kind of do a little straight down, almost to the bottom of your paper, come back up, and whoop. So you want to go almost to the bottom of the paper. Then next what we're going to do is inside, we're going to draw some different shapes. So Romero Britto likes to break up his stuff like cubism into different parts. So we're just going to do some different lines here. Let's make about 6 lines. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, how about just 5? 5 works. All right, so now we kind of have the base, and then inside we're going to draw some different textures and details, but we'll do that later with our coloring. So now we have the outside of this. We're also going to just draw a line across the bottom here, pick up our pencil, bring it straight across, put it down, and bring it over again. This is our horizon line. We always want to make sure we draw that so it doesn't look like our objects are floating in space. Now let's get to the beautiful cactus up top. All right, there's so many different ways to draw cactus. So I like to draw this guy, which is my favorite. We're going to start here. We're going to go up like a loop, over arch, and back down. And it kind of narrowed a little bit here, so went up, over, and down. Then we got another one coming out the side of this one, and maybe I'll bring this guy a little bit lower out the side here too. So this is the basic shape of one of our cactus. There's also other cactus that just have some spikiness to it, so I'm going to make some spiky cactus. I just kind of go up and down. They're almost like spiky leaves. And these are different also kind of cactus, or you could call them succulents as well. All right, and the next little one, we have these ones that are kind of just like little bumps. Bumps. Just going to do 3 of them over here. Then I need to fill this space with something. So I think I'm just going to fill it in with like extra little cactus, like these prickly pear ones, which are just kind of little bumps. So I'm going to come in here and kind of go like this, and it's in the background, so you only see a little part of it, and then it starts to come up here. Maybe we got another little circular one here, and another little circular bump there. So here's our different cactus. Now on our cactus, they have spikes, so we're just going to make these different spikes. This is our one main cactus, making our different spikes. And then these little prickly ones, they sometimes have flowers. And this is how we're going to make our flower. It's like squiggle, 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 squiggle in a circle on the top. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. We're going to do these little flowers on the top. Come over here. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. And again, squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. So now we have these different little cactus with those little flowers on the top with the squiggles. These don't really have spikes on them, but these definitely have some spikes. So we'll go ahead and put on these prickly pear type ones, little spikes on them. All right, now the next part is we want to make sure that we make this a nice solid line. We're going to outline all these lines, and then we're going to do our texture and our bright, vivid, vibrant colors on the inside. So at this point in time, you can either get a marker, a skinny one. You want to make it black if you can. If you don't have black, just think of a dark color you can use. Black marker. You don't have markers, you can use crayons. You don't have crayons, you can use color pencils. Anything to make a nice fat line. I'm going to use my marker today. And so I'm going to go around and go over all these lines. It could be a Sharpie marker, it could be a regular marker. Whatever you have at home is perfect. Okay, so I'm going over all these lines, even these little prickly things like this. Going over the base, every single line. So at this point in time, you can hit pause on the video and finish up your lines, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit pause. I'm going to go over all these lines, and then when I come back, all this will be done, and we'll do the next step. Hit pause. All right, now you can see I've done most of this. I just have these last little squiggle. They don't have to be exact on the pencil lines. I'm just kind of doing these squiggly lines, squiggle. All right, now before we get too far, I'm going to go in, and you can either use marker or color pencil and push hard. I'm personally going to use marker to make my patterns. We're going to put patterns and designs in all of this. I want to use marker for my little designs, and then I'm going to go ahead and use color pencils to make it lighter in the background. And here's some examples now of some different kinds of patterns and designs that you can use. All right, so after looking at some of those patterns and designs, we're going to go ahead and put them in there. And remember, you can use crayons, you can use color pencils, you can use markers, you can use anything. The thing that I just suggest is for our actual patterns that we're going to put in here, make them the brightest. So if you're using a pencil, you push down really hard, or a marker. So I'm going to use my markers. So I'm going to start with all these. They're normally green, although maybe I can make them different colors. But with these guys, I'm going to do a little line down the middle and different kind of pattern like that. You can even just do angled ones. I want them kind of similar since they are supposed to be the same. So go ahead and fill in these guys right here. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and fill in the different ones. So I'm going to get a different color because I'm going to color this guy in green. I'm just going to use purple. So maybe I go like this and I do some swirl techniques here. Any kind of designs I really want to do on the inside of this, but I'm going to make sure I'm doing like the same thing for the same cactus so it looks like they belong together. And this is its arm, so I'm going to continue this kind of shape here. Continue over here. All right, now I've got to do these other guys in the background, and maybe I want to use blue. Notice I'm using these three colors so far, which are our cool colors. I'm just going to go in this direction for these guys. Maybe an angle for this one up here. This direction for this one. These are all the same type of cactus, so I'm kind of keeping it in the same pattern and color family. All right, now that I'm done with these, I'm going to do the bottom. Now, I noticed cactus is green, and these are kind of cool colors. Pink can sometimes be included in that, but we're going to kind of stick to green, purple, and blue for the cactus, the succulents. And then for the bottom and the background, I want this to really pop. So we're going to use warm tones, really bright and vibrant warm tones. So I'm going to go in with some of my warm tones. My warm tones, remember, are these colors here, red, orange, and yellow. And I'm going to make some patterns in here. But before I start with these patterns, I want to do a nice little zigzaggy pattern. And yes, I chose purple, but I'm going to make sure the background I colored it, it's going to be a warm tone. Now I'm going to go into each one of these sections and use different designs that I'm inspired by and start filling in the patterns and doing all different Zentangle, different shapes in the bottom. So going. These are just fun, different doodle type shapes that you might do. And then go ahead and fill in these two sections. And again, you do not have to do what I'm doing. You can do any kind of shapes. And you can even look around your house and try to find some different shapes that you might want to add. Almost done here. Just got one more last little area. I'm going to just kind of do one last thing. Circles. All right, and then we're going to do the background, the bottom here. And since this is warm tones, you can stick with the warm tone, or you can do a different color, whatever you think the bottom might look good with. So I noticed my reds are up here, so I'm going to do a red down here too. Maybe this will help it pop up. And I'm going to do some skinny lines, then big lines, and skinny, big, skinny, big. The bottom. Maybe do some dashes to give it some more. And the background color, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, but I think once I start coloring with color pencils, I'll realize exactly what to do. Now, at this point in time, you're going to start coloring everything with the color pencil. Remember, cool tones up here, warm tones down here. So I'm going to start with some green. And also remember, you can draw it light, or you could push it hard. And if you push your pencil hard and soft, look at the two different colors. It almost looks like two colors. Or I can even start by pushing it soft like this, and then push hard on the edges, and it'll give it more like a 3D effect, and you can see it looks like it's jumping out. So I'm doing green for this. And let's say I have a darker green, or if I don't have another green, I can try different colors. Like I can make my cactus, I did blue up here. I can make these like light blue. Because sometimes succulents there have a bluer tinge to them. So watch, I can put this light blue in here, and maybe that's perfect for this one. And if you don't have like another shade of green, or you could try a crayon, because maybe the crayon will come out as a different shade. Or what you can always do is you could try doing some green and then adding blue with it. So watch, maybe I can do this guy, and even though he's going to match this other one, I'm doing this green color on this succulent. Back, forth, trying to do nice strokes. You don't want to see any of that white paper. Make sure you're going back, forth, back, forth. Good pencil lines. And then I can go in with this light blue, and it'll start transforming this color, making it a different color. There's always ways to try to push and get different colors. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to color this in. And then we're going to color the bottom, remember, with our warm tones. I can use, oh, that's not a warm tone. I can throw some pink in here if I'd like. That's okay, whatever I have. I don't have pink, so guess what? I'm going to try using a red crayon, whatever I want on the bottom. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. This is going to be warm tones. I'll show you here, and then I'll let you go off on your own and color these in. So here I'm using some red. And I like to use, like, if I did a red marker, I'm using a red one, but you don't have to do that. I could do, like, the red lightly in here, and then the yellow is going to pop through the red. That's up to you what color you want to do. So go ahead and color the bottom. I'm going to pause it here, and then we'll come right back after you finish coloring. All right, so I finished coloring my succulents in the background, and now I just need to do a background color. And I know a lot of people normally think, oh, blue sky, but I don't want it to match this. I really want to stand out. So I'm actually just going to do a light color. We don't want to show any more white on the paper because remember, Romero Britto, he was really inspired by bright, vibrant colors. So we want to make sure that we're filling our page with these beautiful, vibrant colors. So I'm just going to take yellow and shade it on my background, and then I will be done. So the last little beautiful step, I just got to go in here and color some of my bright little flowers, and then I am done. I hope you enjoyed making this today, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.